Matthew continues, chapter 10, verse 11, and in whatsoever city or town you shall enter, on and on. Mark 6:10, and he said to them, in what place soever you enter into a house, there abide till you depart. Luke 9:4, and whatsoever house you enter into, there abide, and then depart. So Luke has, and he said to them, earlier, before, take nothing for your journey. Mark, however, has this, and he said to them, now, in what place soever you enter. So this will be the point where I begin with, and he said to them, because I didn't use that yet from Luke. So this is Mark and Luke, and he said to them. Luke says, and whatsoever house you enter. I already have the and, so I don't think I'm going to put another and here. So just, whatsoever house you enter into, there abide. Mark says, in what place soever you enter into a house, there abide. That sounds really weird. In what place soever. Soever, that's as if it's its own word. I've never seen that as its own word before. What place soever. I'm just going to use whatsoever. Matthew, and into whatsoever city or town you shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till you go there. And when you come into a house, salute it, and if the house be worthy. Okay, so Matthew has more description. First, whatsoever city or town you enter into, find out who's worthy, then go to their house. So I'm not going to put right away, whatsoever house you enter. I'll save house for later. So again, I already have and at the beginning of this sentence, so I'm not going to use and in Matthew or Luke. Into whatsoever city. Whatsoever house you enter into. And when you come into a house. Okay, so I'll save into from Luke for the house. And I'll just use into whatsoever city from Matthew. Mark says, in what place soever you enter into a house. It's crazy. Into whatsoever city. So I'll use soever from Mark. And actually I could just use what from Mark as well. I'll be putting what and soever together as if they are one word, because it's one word in Matthew. Whatsoever. I'll have to explain the addresses. Whatever. In what place soever. Into whatsoever city or town. So I'm not going to use place, I'll just use city or town. Maybe I can use place, city, or town. All three. Yeah, I'm just going to use city or town. If there was a comma, I could put all three. But there's not, so I'm just going to have city or town. So I could use the in from Mark. Into whatsoever. The in is from both Matthew and Mark. In, now Matthew only, to. What and soever are both in Mark. They're just separated. Whatsoever, city or town, you shall enter. Mark says you enter into a house. Later on, it says in Matthew, when you come into a house. Yeah, I could use shall here. you shall enter. Luke just has right to house, whatsoever house you enter. So I'm going to save all from Luke for a little while later. From Mark, this you enter into a house, verse 10, I'm going to save that as well. So the rest of this is pretty much just from Matthew. You shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till you go there. What? There abide till you go there. That doesn't make any sense. In their house abide until you go to their house. I don't know what that means, but I don't have to know what it means. I'm just going to leave it. There was one small thing that I just realized I didn't quite like, because something was being clearly said in Matthew that after the combination of these verses was almost gotten rid of. Matthew 10:11. Inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till you go. Obviously it's saying whoever is worthy, that's the person you need to go to their house with. You need to abide in the house of someone who is worthy. The way that I put it together, though, I kind of got rid of that meaning. Inquire who in it is worthy, and when you enter into a house, salute it, and there abide till you depart from that place. I like the way it's written. I like having when you enter into a house, salute it, and there abide, because you're going to salute it and stay there till you leave. But I still want to have it clear, the meaning, the message that was originally given in this verse. Inquire who in it is worthy, and there is where you're going to go. So I had this thought. This is how I can put it together. I don't use the word there when you leave. Depart there. You're not departing there. You're departing from that place, from Mark. So the word there in Matthew I'm not using. Also, I use the word depart instead of go. Those two words, which I haven't used yet, I can just put earlier in this sentence. Inquire who in it is worthy, and go there. I'll continue from Matthew and go there. That works perfectly well. And the meaning is still there. Inquire who it is worthy, and go there, to that person's house. It fits.